Hi there. Thank you for joining the live chat session. A warm welcome to all of you. Four main topics which I'll speak on in this live chat. I'll respond to your comments and questions to several important developments unfolding in Ethiopia. Key events are going to happen in coming days, coming hours. Let me start by greeting the participants who have joined today. Dark Star is the first one who commented today. How are you, Dark Star? Secondly, we have Peace and Love. Good day, Mr. Sajid. Peace and Love says, Peace and Love is a member too. Special welcome to you, Peace and Love. Sammy S says, Hey, Sajid. Sammy, I think you were a member, but no more. What's the reason? Buddhisuyama says, Good evening, Sajid. Welcome, Buddhisuyama. Second member joined today is Yamasgan. Yamasgan is very close to Muni Muni. Both are fast friends. Muni Muni is not here. Uh, Dark Star says, What do you think is the likely chance that the contested regions between Amhara and Tigray lead to a new all-out war? Okay, I'll respond to it. Ethio 365 says, Hi, Sajid. How are you, Ethio 365? Four main topics in this live chat, viewers. Firstly, I am focusing more on Western Zone, Humera, Welkait, Sag. I think we should focus more on Humera, Welkait, Sagadin now, Salamti as well. What has happened in Railamata has happened. Is there going to be a war over Railamata? Okay, I'll elaborate in detail. I've received some bits and pieces of information from Western Zone, Humera Volkai, Sagade. Some pieces of information are off the record. I cannot share with you. Some are on record, which I can share with you. So I'll speak on these developments after a few minutes. Secondly, Amhara Prosperity Party also issued a statement today. Before that, Amhara regional government issued a statement. What do these statements indicate? Are Amhara PP, Amhara government planning to launch counter war on Alamata, Alamata to push Tigray fighters out of this? What is the reason? Or the statements are being issued just to appease the people? Thirdly, a young rapper, singer has been arrested in Somaliland. What did she do? Did she sing about the MOU between Somaliland and Ethiopia? And lastly, Lamu port. Kenya is playing very smart while Somalia and Eritrea are not ready to give access to Ethiopia, or they're not making any attractive offers to Ethiopia to invite the use of their ports by Ethiopia. Kenya is playing like a true businessman, attracting Ethiopia, offering new incentives. What is happening? What could happen this month and next month between Ethiopia and Kenya? Yamasgan said, Brother Sajid, don't waste your time on Amhara PP. They agreed and they're trying to calm the Amhara PP supporters. AA says, Hi Sajid, good you for the innocent people of Tigray. Nahom Architects joined too, says good evening from Addis Ababa. Did not mail me, Yamasgan. But let's not be personal. Let's keep our families aside. Let's keep religion aside. Let's keep ethnicity aside and analyze developments objectively. By the way, I think one or two viewers contacted me. They said, Sajid, some journalists, some analysts are criticizing you. I think one is from Tigray, based abroad, and others too. They are accusing you of being backed or being misled by prosperity party backed people, and that you are misled, you are sharing misinformation, disinformation, you're fueling conflict. Uh, my good luck is that I don't know any Ethiopian local language. I don't know Tigrinya, Amharic, or Afan. I don't know what people are saying. I don't care what they're saying. Uh, those people who are in touch with me, they have been with me for years now. They trust me, I trust them. And this bond of trust is so strong that whenever wrong piece of information is shared, we make corrections. And sometimes I also share information, analysis with them when they ask me about, mostly about analysis about or a particular news story. So we share information. And people are from all parts, all sides of Ethiopia and Eritrea. I don't care about critics. I don't care about other Ethiopian journalists, activists. I don't follow them. I don't know what they are saying. So let them say what they are saying. Let's focus on what we are doing. So let Gobish Zirai says it's his first time joining the live. Special welcome to you, Gobish Zirai. Nahom Architect says the late PM of Ethiopia used to say, "Dogs bark, yet the camel moves." Yeah, uh, perhaps not. I didn't want to use the word dogs for them, but yes, it's a proverb. Yes, we can say that. Paddy of Lahe to Angishom photo says, "Hi Sajid, I am Eritrean, but I love Tigrean. Then I always admire their big heartedness." That's good. That's good to hear. I think we should start from Moni Moni is back. Uh, Yamaskin was missing him. Vadi of Latu. Let me start, viewers. We should start with statements from Amhara Prosperity Party and Amhara regional government. I want to share my understanding of these two statements. This is just analysis. I might be wrong, but I just want to share my views with you after analyzing the two statements. Then, exclusive information for you from Western Zone, Welkait Humera, and then rest of the news stories from Somaliland and Kenya. Amhara regional government issued a statement today. I did a video on that. It seemed as if the regional government was warning TPLF. Maybe it was announcing declaration. It was declaring war, counter war on TPLF. It asked TPLF to vacate the areas which it has captured recently in Rala, Mata, Koram, Mafla, Zata, Bala, etc. It asked the government officials, people to be alert, to make preparations to defend themselves. It leveled serious allegations against TPLF, starting from the alleged annexation of Maravulkaya Sag, Dara, Lamata, then attack on Northern Command, etc. It said that TPLF has launched another round of war on Amhara people. Then came statement from Amhara Prosperity Party, almost similar statement, confirming that Tegarai fighters have captured territories in Bala, Zata, Ofla, Korum, Alamata, asking them to vacate. No, you haven't missed anything, Unit Tafara. Moni Moni and Yamaskan, let's keep families aside. Let's keep families aside. So the two statements I mentioned, one from Amhara PP, another one from Amhara regional government. How to understand, how to sum up what are the regional government and PP? They're the same, by the way. What are they planning to do? Just face saving, just a way of appeasing the people who are obviously disturbed because thousands of Amharas have been displaced the last 48 hours from southern zone. Or are these statements a warning? Warning about Raya Mata or Humera Volkaya Sagar? Now, my understanding is that Amhara Prosperity Party, Amhara regional government, they have issued the statements basically to tell the TPLF that what sorry I think the players in Amhara issued statements to warn TPLF that what is happening in Railamata cannot be, should not be repeated in Humera Volkai Sagar. Yes, Amhara regional government, Amhara PP are not going to launch any counter military operation against Tigray fighters in southern zone. You won't see mobilization, I believe. These statements said nothing against Ethiopian military. Rather, the Amhara regional government statement appreciated Ethiopian National Defense Force. And we know that ENDF actually green lighted the entry of Tigray forces into southern zone. But since Amhara government cannot survive even for a day without ENDF, that is why Amhara government did not say a word against Ethiopian National Defense Force. But it won't happen in Humera, Volkai, Sagade. I'm not sure about Salanti, but I am sure to some extent that if the same type of dismantlement operation is launched by Tigray fighters crossing the river, entering Adiramut, etc., you will see stiff resistance. I don't think that Amhara government will just issue a statement. Marpi will just issue a statement. No. Things will get worse. As regards Rala Mata, I think here uh, Amhara PP, Amhara government will tolerate. Though still a lot will happen in Rala Mata. Amhara government will ask ENDF to expel all armed Tigray fighters from southern zone. And what we are hearing from ENDF is that armed Tigray members won't be allowed into Alamata city. But they are all around Alamata city. They are in Koram, they are in other parts of southern zone. So, in a way, Tigray fighters, Tigray forces have captured the large part of southern zone. ENDF will try to show as if it is in control, as if Tigray forces are unarmed, as if uh, ENDF is the in charge, but ENDF is not the in charge in large parts of these territories, reportedly. ENDF is in charge in Alamata city. It could be in charge in Koram too, but in most parts of Ralamata, Koram, Waflazata, etc., Tigray fighters are in charge. Same won't happen in Humera Volkai Sagad. Now, coming to the second news story, which is linked to this talk which I made, I try to contact people there who know what is ongoing in Humera Volkai Sagad. I said, what is the status of militias there? My first question was about militias. Have they been disarmed? Have they been told to disarm? Or are they receiving any messages that they could be disarmed, they could be expelled? What I learned from the ground is that in Humera Volkai Sagade, militia training was suspended around a month ago. Ethiopian military told Damakazadu to stop training of militias. But last week, around 6 to 7 days ago, Damakazadu resumed militia training in Humera Volkai. That is what I confirm today. The militias are being trained there, according to very reliable sources. What is going to be Colonel Damakzadu's role? He is turning into a very controversial figure. No one clearly knows what he is up to. Well, I have received some information about Damakzadu's engagements, what he has done in the last 48 hours, but again, off the record. So I cannot share that with viewers because I gave my commitment. If people believe that Damakazat is going to surrender, is going to flee, maybe they are they are reaching very hasty conclusions. That is what I can say only. We need to monitor Takaze. What is happening on Takaze? Any signs of movement of Tigray fighters toward? Obviously, they'll have to cross Takaze. They tried to come from Sudan, if you remember, in the third round of fighting. They could not. They cannot come from Eritrea. Only route for them to enter Western zone is by crossing Takaze. Any mobilization of Tigray fighters towards Takaze, no. But on the other side of Takaze, Humera Volkai Sag, the militia are still being trained. I think Tigrayans, remaining Tigrayans in Humera Volkai Sag, they could be expelled. They could be told to leave. Keeping in view what is happening in southern zone, that Amharas are fleeing. By the way, they were not told to leave. No one threatened them. It's not that Tigray forces threatened Amhara people or killed Amhara people. No, they're just scared. They think that Tigray forces will take revenge. So they're fleeing because they're scared. It's not that TDF is killing them. And no one is saying that, by the way. And we know that Wareda, the Alamata Wareda administrator was killed, Ola Derbio. No one is accusing TPL. Tigray fighters did not kill Ola Derbio. Most sources say, even Amhara sources say, that he was killed in shootout with Ethiopian National Defense Force, allegedly. No TPLF Tigray's hand in the death of Ola Derbio. But still, I think Tigrayans in Humera Volkai Sag, they could suffer. You could see. Tigrayans already fled, but there are some remaining. So they might be expanded. Unit of for us says, Tigray forces don't kill people like ASF and Fano and Shabir. Well, I am just sharing with you what I am seeing on the ground. Tigrayan forces were accused of revenge attacks against Amharas, raping women in Amhara. If you remember, I think Amnesty or Human Rights Watch published reports. So I don't uh, talk about groups as a whole. Let's analyze developments in this escalation in southern Tigray. We could not confirm any attacks by TDF members, Tigray fighters on Amhara civilians. They are telling them to stay, but they're saying that stay, don't leave. If you are residents of the area, don't leave, don't be scared. Uh, because if they leave, it means that they'll have to come back. They'll demand their return. The issue will never be resolved. They should not flee. Tigrayans should return. They should live harmoniously, peaceful coexistence is the solution. On analyst, I'm fine. How are you? Sajid, can you tell us something about only Volkait? I told you what is happening there. Farah be joined from Somalia. Welcome, Farah. Dani, General Truth, Blue Navy. He vote empty. He vote empty says, does this mean that TPLF is advancing further into Amhara region? No, no. It's just in the disputed territory. Ofla, Zata, Bala, Church, these areas were under Tigray control before the start of war. So it's not that Tigray fighters are moving towards Wag Himra, towards Sikota, or towards Kobur. No. Pharmacon joined too. Mother Tube says, I feel sad. Confused people confused our people. Messi Good says, Sajid, are you sure that TDF is in Alamata? Several sources deny this. They say it's only between local militia and federal. Well, whether you call the local militia or TDF, it's from Tigray. Uh, you can give it any name, militia, IDPs, TDF. Basically, they are from Tigray fighters. There could be, and some IDPs could be fighters as well. And some Tigray fighters could be uh, residents of Alamata, Alamata. They want to return. Tigray fighters were not in full control of Alamata. I did a video on that. I told you about that in detail, that Koram, Ofla, Zata, large parts of Churcher are under the control of Tigray fighters. Parts of Alamata as well. In Alamata city as well, they entered. But city is under the control of ENDF and the federal forces. I think maybe Tigray fighters won't try to take over Alamata city because they want to show that the headquarter is being run by the military and police. And in Alamata, I think Afghan Union observers are there to holding meetings there. Maybe Tigray They are in a position, by the way. They surrounded Alamata, they entered Alamata to some extent. Maybe they won't try to take full control of Alamata city just to show that ENDF is in charge in this zone. But basically, they are the in charge because they have captured the large territory in this entire southern zone. Alim Lala says, Sajid, I don't know if you noticed your information is coming from PP members of Oromia, but they claim as if they are Ola member, so be aware of it. Nothing is coming from PP members of Oromia. Come on. And do point out something. If you think that some particular piece of information is not correct, point out. Don't just generalize. Uh, you can contact me through email. We can discuss about that. That is what was being said by some Ethiopian journalists yesterday, last night. But basically, they failed to see what was happening in southern zone. I monitored that, I analyzed that, and I kept you updated. They are from Ethiopia, no local languages, have lots of sources, but they fail to analyze the developments in southern zone. They're trying to cover it up by accusing me that I am getting my information from PP. I have backing of PP. I have no connection with anyone. People from all sides contact me. Some try to mislead me, but those in touch with me for years are my true sources. They know that misleading my user news won't work because he'll make a correction. So there's no point in misleading him. General Tooth says if Tegarai IDP took southern Tegarai in 36 hours, how many hours it takes to take back western Tegarai? Question is not difficult to be answered. How much time did Tigray forces take in July 2021 to take back southern zone? I don't think it took them long. They captured Alamata, and from there they marched towards Elam. They captured Koram. From there they marched towards Alamata. Back then, Dinkel was leading that operation. I remember. Abrahat Tisfai from Tigray was leading that operation. And they captured Alamata without fight. Since they captured Koram, so it was easy for them from Koram to march towards Alamata because they captured the top. Dinkel was leading, ENDF withdrew. So without large scale fighting, they captured southern zone in July 2020. But we know that they launched so many attacks, dozens of attacks on western zone. They could not capture. They tried to cross Takeze towards Ediramits along Eritrean border. Then Migbe tried a new strategy that Tigray should move towards Gondar, and Gondar to Dansha, Gondar to the Bath roads should be cut off. Did not succeed. Then Tigray tried an offensive from Sudan as well in the third round of fighting. The Tigania speaking ENDF members who were part of a peacekeeping operation, they defected and they became part of the operation. Tigrayan refugees as well. They could not make inroads into Humera Volkait, sadly. Humera and Volkait. So they tried several times to make inroads into the western zone. They could not. So you can see how much time Tigray IDPs will take to control western zone. Melke joined to welcome Melke, where the officer says the Tulo will soon recruit long distance runners from Kobo. The fox says Sajid Fano should focus on concentrate on Addis Ababa, as if they're about to enter Addis Ababa. Addis Ababa is far away, but they should focus on Bahirdar first, and then they can talk about Addis Ababa. Addis Ababa is not just uh, around the corner. Blue Navy is telling me that I am NTPP, I am Fano sympathizer. I don't know why. Uh, third news story from Somaliland, which claims to be a beacon of democracy, a role model for other countries. But even there, and it's not a country, even there, dissent is curbed. A rapper has been arrested, a female rapper, young rapper. Ugbad Aragsan is her name. What is her crime? She's in prison in Hargeisa. What did she do? She sang a song with some controversial lyrics. The song mentioned the recent Ethiopia Somaliland MOU, which could not translate into an agreement. Under the MOU, Ethiopia would gain access to sea through Somaliland and it would recognize Somaliland as a country. The singer was heard singing that Somaliland was selling its sea. And secondly, she said the song that he said, "Don't hand us to Oromos." That very controversial lyrics, by the way. She is saying that Somaliland government is handing over the people of Somaliland to Oromos. Obviously, it amounts to uh, fueling ethnic conflict. That is why she has been arrested. She is in a prison in Hargeisa, reportedly. Lastly, viewers, one last piece of information for you. Then we'll end the live chat. Kenya playing very smart. I have been saying that all the countries in the region, Eritrea, Somalia, Djibouti, Kenya, should take Ethiopia as a source of money making, as a customer, because through Ethiopia they can build their economies. They can earn billions of dollars. If Ethiopia starts using ports in any of these countries, that country's economy will benefit from it, like Djibouti's economy is benefiting from Ethiopia. But We saw that despite offers from Ethiopia to Eritrea, Eritrea refused to show flexibility about Ethiopian desire to use Eritrean port. Why? Maybe Isas Worki thought that if Ethiopia is allowed to use Eritrean ports, Ethiopia might renew its claim to our support. So, historical grievances are keeping Eritrea away from making money from Ethiopia. Then Somalia opposed Somaliland Ethiopia MOU. It did not offer any alternative offer to Ethiopia. Djibouti is trying to control the damage which it will have to face. Because if Ethiopia starts using other ports, obviously Djibouti's economy will suffer. Kenya is playing very smart. Uh, William Ruto is mediating between Somalia and Ethiopia. Basically, he's not mediating. He's trying to ensure that he gets some part of Ethiopian exports and imports to be handled by Kenyan ports. And we've seen some high-level visits from Ethiopia to Kenya. Lamu was there in Kenya, and Abiy also visited Kenya. And now reportedly, Kenya is offering reduced tariffs to Ethiopian government. Kenya would be a more attractive option for Ethiopian businessmen, Ethiopian government. And by the way, Ethiopia has increased its use of Berbera port as well in Somaliland. Even without the implementation of MOU, Ethiopia can use Berbera port, and that is what seems to be happening. Several sources are confirming that in recent weeks, Ethiopia has increased the use of Berbera port. So Somaliland will earn through Ethiopia. Kenya also planning to do the same. Somalia not taking advantage of the situation. Eritrea as well. Djibouti also mediating. Why? Because it wants to retain some portion of Ethiopian imports and exports. And this month, reportedly, Ethiopian fertilizer shipments will be handled by Lamu port of Kenya. So, this is what is happening, that Kenya is mediating at the same time trying to protect and enhance its economic interests. Sajid, what do you think of my new profile pic? Well, it's not visible here. I cannot see it here. What's special about this pic? Let me read one comment from Waterfall. He's writing the same comment again and again as if he's the only representative of all Oromos living in the world. He says, we fully support Oromoma empire run by King Abiy, who annexed part of Somalia and works to annex part of Kenya. Narrative. Oromo have been waiting for long. Mikhail says, Sajid, any update on the Mac? I cannot share the update with you. What I have learned is off the record. The Mac is there. I'll speak on that tomorrow in some indirect terms, I would say. Sajid likes my pick, Moni Moni says. I like you, not just your pick. And by the way, we heard this week that a regional maritime agreement had been proposed by Kenya. Djibouti was also part of that proposal, but Somalia rejected the rumors. That regional agreement is basically an attempt by Kenya and Djibouti to get their share of Ethiopian income, of income from Ethiopia. Muni says, Sajid, you never share solid information. Well, I cannot go against my commitments. Chief of Hamasian says all Ethiopians advocating for war live in the diaspora. Isn't this odd? Yeah, that is what happened during Tigray War too. Tigray and diaspora rallied. They opposed. They rallied in support of TDF. They opposed the deal, Pretoria deal. They were in support of an independent Tigray country. See what is happening in Amhara now. Biggest supporters of Fano are from diaspora. Who is funding Ola? Obviously, Oromo diaspora. Diaspora members are not directly affected by the conflicts in Ethiopia. That is why they just want their dreams to be realized. Dreams about greater Tigray, dreams about greater Oromian, dreams about Ethiopia under Amhara. Because they're not affected by the conflicts in Ethiopia directly. I think we should end this live chat session. 42 minutes have passed. General Truth is asking, Alim Gizao joined late today, I think. General Truth is asking about Iran, the response to Israel. Is it weakness or strength? Is it exposed? Israel will respond, I think. Why? Because Iran crossed some red lines. Now, for face saving, Israel will respond. The response will be just like what Iran did. Iran just managed to hit a military base in Israel. It wanted an attack because to tell its people that it took revenge for the death of its general. Same would happen here. No large scale war between Israel and Iran, but you never know what's going to happen. Uh, I think we should end this live chat session, viewers. It was good to be with you. Thanks for taking time out to be part of these wonderful live chats. I speak in detail in these live chats. I get to know you, and I try to make these live chats interactive. You people talk to each other too. I talk to you as well. So it gives me a break from the regular videos which I do all day. Thank you for watching. Stay blessed. See you tomorrow. Till then, bye bye.